So my kids are in the living room playing video games with their friends.
Yep.
You'll probably hear them in the background. We have no other time or other place to record. So here we are from episode 7, season 2, Belly of the Beast. Let's talk about this episode. Okay. So as anticipated from last episode, we figured, the dissection was going to happen, right?
Yes.
We were like, oh, they'll dissect it.
Yeah.
I had suggested maybe it would come back to life, something like that, like as a regular person. I thought that would definitely be some interesting drama to add to the show, and like lots of questions and whatnot. Like those things are, previous residents that had been turned, and you could turn them back. But then, like, do you ever trust them and everything? But obviously that's not the way that it went. It went that they started to dissect them. And what happened when they dissected them?
When they opened it up, his organs were all shriveled and dried up.
Yeah, I mean, this is like, something that they see in, like, dried out corpses, like mummification, or like, so these things were human.
They were.
Right. As we had kind of suspected.
Yeah.
Now are they people from before? Mm-hmm. Right? Are they previous residents of this town? That's always been the speculation. Mm-hmm. So I think this confirms at least that they were human and have now been turned. But how do they get turned? And why haven't we seen anyone else turned since, there's been deaths, there's been attacks. But it isn't like they take on the persona. It's not like, in certain, like almost like vampires or something, right? Like one of your guys or zombies, one of your friends dies. And then they're coming every night to like, haunt
to
you
mess
in a way.
With you and, yeah.
That would have been cool for me, but we've never gotten that in this show.
Yeah.
Not with any characters that we're aware of. So how do these things turn, right? The autopsy really didn't yield many results.
No, all they got from the autopsy was just the bile.
Right, and the fact that there were human ones.
And then they were human ones, yes. But they don't even know that the liquid that they got is going to, do anything. Yeah. Weaponizable.
I mean, it's more than they had.
It is more than they had, yeah.
But here we go again. Once again, guys, this show is getting so annoying with this, lack of understanding that people need to communicate their information with one another.
Well, yeah, there's no communication.
No.
Everybody's hiding stuff from everyone, and it's super frustrating.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, it feels like you would want to be as open with all of the weird shit as possible.
There was a couple things that were said in this episode, like when Donna was talking with Fatima, or when Jade was talking to Tabitha or something. Somebody would reveal something to somebody, and they'd be like, "What? Yeah. Oh, I don't know what that means, and I never heard that before." And it's how is it not there should be a group meeting every day.
Yeah.
On I was getting mad because I was just sitting here, and Kenny's actually starting to piss me off the most. He's a character that I really liked, and now I'm starting to really dislike, because almost like Donna, it's are you trying to stay here?
Yeah.
Are you actively working against getting out of here? Because if you want to fucking live here the rest of your life, go for it. But leave us alone. Okay? Yeah. We're trying to get out of here. And if we die trying, that's fine with me. But I'm not living here. Okay? I'm not getting comfortable here.
Right. Yeah, I still think he's a good person, and I do think he means well. So, I don't hate his character or anything, but I am very frustrated with it. And the same thing with Donna. I agree. I think that both of them, it's they don't seem to really want to. I mean, they do want to leave.
They've given up hope.
But it's like, yeah, they've just given up hope, so they're not like wanting to try new stuff, which again is just frustrating.
Anytime this show at this point has something happen and the other people won't believe them because it sounds crazy,
yeah,
I want to punch the TV as hard as I can. Like, at what point, how many more things do people need to see? And even Donna points this out in this episode. Like, we've seen so many crazy things.
Yeah, like trees.
Why are you saying that?
Yeah.
But then when you hear something, you're like, what? No way. What do you mean, no way?
Yeah.
Literally anything is possible in this world. If someone came to me and was just like, over in this area, there's no gravity. I'd be like, okay.
Like, yeah, I'm not going to go in that
take me there. Let me see it or whatever. Or I would probably say, no, I wouldn't just outright believe every single thing I heard. It would have to come from a certain source.
Yeah.
Like if someone was just bullshitting all the time, then I'd be like, okay, this person's full of shit. But people that are otherwise always honest,
you'd
like
be
Boyd or something,
right.
It's like, I'm believing anything Boyd tells me. He's not going to lie about that kind of stuff. He might lie in the sense of like he's trying to hide Sarah, but this is just it. People don't share information with each other.
All.
And it's just like when they were going to dissect this thing. Don't tell anybody. Why?
Yeah.
Like, we killed one.
I know.
This is a huge deal. This is the first time it's ever happened that we're aware of.
Yeah, it's a huge deal.
And everyone should know that. It would really strengthen morale.
Yeah, exactly. So I was going to say, it would make everybody much more hopeful. Because it's like you can kill them. And that means that there's, I don't know, a fighting chance at least, right?
There's a way to fight back.
Even if you, like, at that point, it's like, even if you couldn't escape, like, if you could kill all the monsters, then you didn't have to worry about the monsters.
And if anyone's wondering why this camera's so close to us, is because our bed is right behind here, and we literally can't get it any further back. Just that question out of the way.
We're gonna be like, we have our messy little bookshelves.
Yeah, we tried to get
actually, your bookshelves are...
My Star Wars shelf.
His is organized, and then my bookshelf is, like, really chaotic.
Yeah, this is 100% Star Wars, and it's completely organized.
Yeah.
Kaylee's is like, just craziness.
It's crazy.
Anyway, so, yeah, okay, moving on from that, but that stuff is super frustrating to me. More ballerina stuff, again.
Yeah, she keeps popping up in the music box as well.
Yeah.
I don't quite know what to make of that, because it's like we've been saying in the other reviews that we've done for previous episodes about the whole, like, Jim thinks that it's an experiment, and it's like, if he thinks it is, it probably isn't an experiment, or it's not what we think it is as an experiment. But with the music box this episode, I had the idea that maybe it was like if they are being experimented on, like, let's say they're all in, like, a dream or something, and, like, that's the sound that they play to, like, trigger certain visual stimulation or, like, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just what I thought, but I don't know. That's, like, a very minor, like, belief. I don't really think it's that.
They all keep saying the exact same thing, right? This isn't some shared delusion where, Boyd says something to Mary, and then Mary, dreams about something similar, right? Like, oh, he saw a music box and a ballerina or whatever. Like, she saw the music box. The ballerina didn't show up, just the music box this time. But it's always a sense of warning and foreboding.
Yes,
right?
It is like a warning.
It's telling you danger is present. Now, the significance of this music box, I mean, it could be literally anything. It could be a music box that is in the room that all of them, that are, if this is some kind of like sleep experiment or whatever, if you really want to go down that road, like maybe there's a music box in that room.
Yeah.
Right. And they're kind of like somewhat conscious of what's going on in that room, like auditorily, or I don't see how visually they could be, so I don't know why they're all saying the exact same thing. It wouldn't explain why they're all seeing the same music box. It would make sense on why they heard the same thing, right? Because your hearing still can work, but if your eyes are closed, or if you're on a bed, or if you're somewhere, like, I don't really know. So the music box, is, I can only assume the music box is like important to some character of the past, and some significant thing happened to somebody with that music box, like near them, or I don't know.
Yeah.
So I genuinely, I don't know what that's supposed to signify other than danger.
Foreboding, yeah. It is, like you said, a warning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know what else yet.
Mary sees it while she is detoxing.
Yeah.
And having withdrawal. Boyd sees it when he's been
he also
infected.
Yeah.
But did he see it before the infection or not? Did he start seeing it after? No. He did see it before. So the first time he saw it in the room with the guy, and then he got his blood put into him after.
Yeah.
Because the music box stopped, and he was like, you have till then before they're going to get here, which they never did get there, so I don't really understand that part. But regardless, he did see it before he was infected, but he was in a highly stressful moment.
Very, very stressful.
Right? I mean, living there is stressful, right? But like he was extra stressed.
He's ultra stressed.
Mari or Mary? How do they pronounce it?
Mari?
I think it is.
I don't remember.
She was obviously super stressed.
Yes.
And the third person who saw it was
the girlfriend? Oh, you mean before her?
What girlfriend? Christy. She saw it? When did she see it?
Maybe I'm misremembering.
I'm forgetting who the third person was. Somebody else saw the music box as well.
Oh, Jim's wife.
Oh, Tabitha.
Tabitha, yeah, sorry. That's what I was meaning.
She saw it? She's seen the dead kids a bunch of times.
It's not Tabitha saw it too.
Damn, I know that a third person saw it, but for some reason I'm completely blanking on who it was.
I thought it was Tabitha. Unless it's if it's not Tabitha, then it is.
It's not worth. Fatima or something.
No, what's his face?
Who? Jim?
No. Did you already say
Jade?
Yeah, Jade. If it's not,
gotta say.
Oh my god, I know, right?
It's okay.
If it's not Tabitha, it was.
Let's
Jade.
move on from this.
Anyway,
we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Basically, every time it pops up, obviously, we've already said it's Danger Will Robinson.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the characters right now, trying to remember who the hell else saw it. You guys have already commented like 7 times below. It's this fucking person, asshole.
You don't even know.
So Dale, the guy who stabbed Ellis.
Yeah.
They talked about. He was like, "You put me in the box." That's what we were screaming. Put him in the box. Put him in the box.
Yeah, they put him. You should put him in the box. I don't think they're going to. I think that if he was going to be put in the box, it probably would have happened. I don't know. Maybe not this episode, but I just have a feeling it's not going to happen. But I do think he might die.
I don't. What I think is going to happen, we'll say for sure, obviously. It's just a guess. But I have a feeling he's going to start some kind of civil war. He's going to get a bunch of people to be like, you're right. Who are these people, right? Them turning on each other is the worst thing that can happen,
Absolutely.
Right? So,
and he's like...
We're in a place right now where their foodstuffs are running short. One guy's already kind of flipped. He's now set something in motion, right? Now he's put ideas in other people's heads.
Yeah.
Not only did Colony House see 2 people stab each other, some of them are brand new, right? You got all the people off the bus who are new to this whole thing. And then you got a bunch of people who've been there for a while and are scared. And once they all start really understanding the reality of the food situation, like Donna straight up was like, it's like we're planting in poisoned soil.
Yes.
Which
is very interesting, especially
it's
because
purposely being done.
It is. The trees are dying as well. Like the leaves are falling off.
I have a feeling it's going to start snowing.
I do
soon.
too. I feel like we're going into winter,
and it's going to be like super cold, and they're not going to have any food.
It's going to suck.
And
so bad.
It's going to turn into the thing.
It's going to turn into freaking yellow jackets, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what do you do when you don't have any food, right? Like,
we could see it going cannibal.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because Victor's like, the leaves have never changed. Like, it doesn't happen here.
Right, and he's been there for 40 years.
So that's really major, but it is purposely being done, and whether that's by, like, a group of scientists or somebody outside who are trying to, like, increase the stress level, like Jim thinks, or, I don't know, I mean, maybe there's... It's hard, because I feel like we don't know we don't know if the monsters, if it's, like, supernatural, or if it is, like, an experiment and more, like, grounded in that way.
Makes me feel like they're in a snow globe.
I was thinking that, too.
Right, because of the music box.
Kind of like the Twilight Zone episode. I was thinking that, too.
They keep flipping back onto themselves, the music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, how they make that work, I don't know. But... it's like they're in it's like they're in a freaking snow globe.
Yeah.
And especially if it starts snowing.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of reminds me of the Lock and Key episode.
Oh, sure. That
episode. Bodhi gets caught inside the snow globe.
Yep.
But yeah, so... I'm almost... like, I don't know if it'll start snowing. I think that would really ramp up the tension levels, right? Like, people, when they get cold, they're freezing.
Yeah.
They're scared.
Yep.
They're hungry.
Yep.
And people are, starting to say things like, are these people supposed to be here? Because when people are scared, I mean, as we all know, just from being in the world, being in this country, being in any country, like, people love to use, like, strife and, poverty and anything. Any kind of issues. People love to have a patsy. People love to find an enemy, a common enemy to fight against. It's it's the Jews, it's the Mexicans, it's the new bus people.
Right.
Get them. If it wasn't for them, we'd have more food.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for them, we'd be in a much better place. We just got to get rid of those people, and then everything will be right. Of course, this is total propaganda. It's always not true, right? But this is coming. And this is by design, for sure. So, now,
who's the designer?
What is Jim's... how accurate is Jim right now? Because he is turning into, like, the straight-up conspiratorial lunatic who's, like, buying into any kind of conspiracy theory
He's
right
becoming
now.
super paranoid, too. His conversation with... whatever his name is, the new guy that's like a Randall, yeah, who kind of puts into his head, like, I don't know that he puts it into his head, because I think Jim kind of already had the thought.
I don't think he did.
No, you think it was the first time?
No, I don't, because when he says it, he looks at him like, and both of us immediately were like, Donna.
Yes, we both thought Donna.
I thought it
that
immediately.
There would be, if it
like,
was an experiment.
If anybody is the one who's like a plant.
Because Victor, I mean, I don't know.
Donna.
I don't think it's Victor.
Donna's the one that's always just trying to get people, like, she's the leader of Colony House. She's always, like, down there telling people what to do.
Yeah.
She's always keeping people in line. She's always, like, trying to, she's always projecting her pessimism. Like, oh, there's no way out of here, and just,
we just
fall
need to
in
make
line.
it good
And,
here, and, like, Yeah, so if it was an experiment, there would be people inside
like you and your dumb antenna.
Need to,
and all these times they're trying to do something, she's always like, no, we just need to like stick together and this and that. Do I think Donna's a plant? Probably not. But when they said that, it was instant. I was like, Donna. Yeah. If it's anybody, it's Donna. Or that new chick. Freaking
the older lady?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sure, maybe. She's really unassuming.
Tilly.
Yeah, she's very unassuming. It could totally be her.
Yeah.
But Jim is becoming, like, super paranoid, very conspiracy. I mean, the conversation he has with Tabitha, too, like, they'd been getting closer together and kind of healing their relationship in some ways, and this is definitely putting a wedge between them because he's, like, he's kind of unwilling to see it another way now. He thinks that he's on the right track, and I don't know. I mean, I guess he could be. But again, it kind of comes down to, like, just, like, the communication among everybody sucks.
The real question here is, when is Fatima Ellis going to bring Julie into their little triangle of love? Like, she wants that bad. You can tell she wants some, like,
affection.
Three-way relationship.
Yeah, she's definitely, like...
She's like, polygamy, anybody?
Yeah, I feel like every scene with them, I'm always like, they're, like... I know that they're supposed to be friends, but I feel like they have a weird chemistry between the three of them, and I'm like, that's there. Yeah. Although I think that right now there's a setup for her and Elgin for a romance, potentially. I don't know. I just kind of see like happening.
I get why you're saying it.
It feels like that's what's being set up, but maybe not.
It could, but I don't see it.
Elgin, too, at the end of this episode, what the fuck is that? What was that?
Yeah, so he is told by Julie that the way she relaxes is she takes a bath and, you know, puts her ears under the water and blah, blah, blah. And so he's like, I don't take baths, but I guess tonight I am. Usually you turn off the bath before you like go under, and there's like this much left level because that shit was gonna start overflowing any second. But he goes under, and some fucking demon woman,
dude,
with big ass eyes, and like she was scary.
She was really scary.
Have we seen her before?
No.
I didn't think so.
No, we have not seen her
before. Have we seen anything like her before?
No. She doesn't even look like the monsters.
Yeah, so what the hell is she? We got a great shot at the monster's face this episode a couple times. Yeah. We got a dead-on shot.
Awesome. Their eyes and, like, mouth and everything. They kind of look like piranhas or, like, some type of, like, fish.
They look like those deep-sea fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Like the little flashlights on their heads.
They're creepy, really creepy, but I loved the shots that we got of them, and whatever the lady is at the end, I don't know, but she's like the scariest thing I feel like we've seen in this show.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know what noise she's making. It's like she's whispering and whimpering and like screaming. Really weird, like, combination of all of those.
Yeah. Not good stuff.
No.
Ethan and Victor make up.
Yeah, they do.
So they're buddies again.
Yeah.
He's just helping him, so there's not really anything to talk about there. But they made up. And then for a minute there, Mary made it seem like Smiley was back from the dead. But of course, this was a dream sequence.
Yeah.
So what do you think is going to happen with the bile?
I mean, I think they're going to try to inject it into another monster to see if it kills them.
Put it on the tip of like a freaking
dart.
Lawn dart.
That, or like I was thinking a syringe. But they only have a limited amount, so it's like...
But everyone you kill, you can get more.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
More ammo per body. So you got to make sure you can kill one. So obviously the bile's going to do something.
Yes.
There'd be no reason to introduce it.
If it just does
nothing. If it does nothing at all.
It'll be so pointless.
Completely pointless. But, I mean, I guess I'd be kind of fine with that because that would be unexpected and more true to life. Be like, yeah, this is a total fucking waste of time. But what it will do, I don't know. It's yellow like the blood that comes out of Tall Man. And he has like the little finger, and then it turns into like a little bug and starts flying around.
Yeah.
It's gonna like start growing things out of it.
No.
Like in Phantasm.
Yeah, no. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So so far, Boyd and Ellis don't have any signs of worms in them. So far. We didn't even get to the night. But
no.
So we'll see. They're going to try, but somebody's going to try. Maybe someone's going to try and die trying to stick it in them.
Maybe. We should send that guy from Colony House.
That's right. I was thinking that.
Send him out.
I was thinking that. But yeah, so if it doesn't kill them, then what? Then it's pointless? I mean, what else would it do? It could have another purpose that they find.
Yeah, sure.
But what that is, maybe it'll help grow their plants.
Yeah, right. She didn't.
I don't know if I'd eat that shit though.
I wouldn't.
I could see it start snowing soon.
Yes,
real soon.
I could too. Like they wake up the next day and there's snow everywhere.
Because like it's just sunny every night or every day, right?
Yeah.
And so like they've been basically stuck.
But it rains though too, doesn't it?
They've been stuck in like time.
Yeah.
Basically for this whole time, but they haven't because Mary says you've been gone this long, and Chrissy is like, yeah, I've been gone that long. So there is no time stuck. I don't know. But anything else with this episode?
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember.
I never take notes.
I know.
During this show.
We
should.
Yeah.
But we always just, and then we never usually review it for like 6 to 10 hours.
Right.
After we watch it, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Like, what happened there?
Oh, we got a drone.
Yes, the drone is actually pretty big.
And they're going to try to put an antenna on it. And bring it up high enough to communicate again. But they already did that. They got a voice. It didn't really do anything. So
yeah.
I guess he wants to talk to that guy again, but that guy was just like, stop. I thought they were going to try to track the circumference.
Yeah, we both thought that.
He was going to fly it that way until it like
ends.
went backwards, right? Like as soon as it cut out, that could be like the spot.
Yeah.
In where it loops.
They could still potentially do that. I don't know what camera they have, but
yeah, I'd like to know where it loops.
Yes, I would too.
I would take like every person out. And I'd have them like,
walk around.
Distance each other from one another, but each go in 2 different directions on the same road.
So that when they run into each other, like...
Right, and then just kind of see where people phase in and out. There'd have to be a spot.
Yes.
I guess it could just be circular the whole way. And they're just on like a little tiny little mini snow globe.
And they're just like going around it.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible, I suppose. But no one's tried to go back to the lighthouse.
No, not yet.
And Sarah's just like so randomly in this show right now.
Yeah, she's...
I don't know where the hell she is.
I mean, yeah, she left, right? Like, they kind of ran her out. Yeah. So she's either at the church or she, like, left.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell she is. But, yeah, he's going to try to contact them again. So he'd be like, I told you.
To stop trying to call.
Yeah. So, Ellis is better, I guess. Looks like he will definitely survive, least for now. And Chrissy and Kenny have their little moment, and he kind of calls her out, like, nothing between us no more.
I know.
And she's like, really? And it's like, yeah, dude, come on. You got a big moment right now. Like,
yes.
You have a dead body, and he was like, let's get rid of it. And I was like,
dude,
no,
that was crazy.
No.
Him being like, let's just burn it. Like, what are you saying? No way would you burn it. Of course you're going to open it up and try and, like, learn from it.
These people need to work together more.
100%, yeah.
And they need to be fucking gutsier.
Yes.
They need to, like, be actively trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yes.
And I feel like so many of them, especially with like, Donna's out of her mind. You know there's no food. So now you've got to put the pedal to the metal.
Yes.
Now's the time to get out.
100%. Like, you have to leave. You're not going to get new food.
No, you're not. So that stuff is super annoying to me. But it is what it is. So, all right, guys, that's it. Until next week, we'll see you then. Hopefully, this setup and the kids in the background, everything wasn't too terrible.
Right. Yeah.
But what do you guys think? It's a snow globe.
Snow.
Bye.
Bye.